Hi, my name is Katie Aho. I'm the owner of Pilates Corp, a Pilates studio located in Scottsdale. We specialize in teaching the original, authentic method of Pilates, which is a little bit different than other studios around the area. All of our instructors here have been trained the exact same method under Romana Krizanowska of New York City, and we all continually are educated through her. At least once a year we go to seminars and conferences with their group. And right now I'd like to show you my studio a little bit. I'd like to demonstrate a little bit of the authentic method of Pilates on this piece of equipment called the Reformer. We usually start out with the footwork series. You're pulling in your stomach, making sure your back is fully engaged with the mat, and pressing from your hips, trying not to go into your knees. We switch positions with our feet, getting into different pressure points of the feet, the whole time staying centered and engaged into your powerhouse. This piece of equipment is called the Cadillac, and I'm going to demonstrate tower and monkey on the Cadillac. First of all, I'm going to prep by just flexing and pointing, and this gives me a deep stretch in my calves and hamstrings. One more prep. Now I'm going to go all the way up, pushing first here and then lifting straight up to my shoulders. As I roll down, I'm pushing away with my arms. This presses my spine into the mat, giving me a great stretch in my back. Next, I'll prep for monkey. Monkey is simply a stretch for your back and your hamstrings. So the best way to get started at Pilates Corp is our introductory offer. This includes 3 private sessions and 2 weeks of unlimited group mat classes. The group classes are usually here. We have enough space for these 3 on these mats, and then we pull out more mats to put on the floor. And group classes here are very small. They're generally less than 10 clients per class, keeping everything very individualized. When you start with the group mat classes, normally we don't want you to join a group right away, so your first lesson would be a private session. Private sessions will have you starting out on almost all the equipment that you see here. You're not only going to be doing mat work or only doing reformer work, because Pilates really is a system. And you build your muscles, you work on your flexibility by using all the different types of equipment. Now when you're doing the mat work on the floor, you're using your body against gravity, which is a great way to work. And if you're going to do any Pilates whatsoever, we always recommend mat work. One thing that we do find is people will come in and they'll say, oh, I've been doing Pilates for years, but I only do reformer. And they only want to work on the equipment. And that's really a bad idea, because things can get very dangerous learning things on the reformer with the springs and the movement of the carriage. You have to be very, very specific, very precise in your movements. And how we gain our core in the beginning is really working on the mat. It doesn't move. It's very safe. And then you build up the strength you need so you don't have to feel very uncomfortable on the equipment. Now that being said, you might start your very first lesson and you might start on the reformer. You don't have to start with mat necessarily, but they complement each other so well that you don't want to do one without the other.